listeners. Welcome back to another episode of English Daily. I am your host, Ella. I hope you are feeling good today.
And I am Ethan. Hello, everyone. It is great to be back on the show.
We are very happy to have you, Ethan, but you look a little bit tired. Is everything okay?
Oh, Ella. To be honest, I was worried about my introduction. I asked myself, should I say hi? Should I say hello? Should I be funny?
Really? You worried about just saying hello?
Yes, I was definitely overthinking it.
Well, that is actually perfect because today our topic is exactly that. Overthinking.
It is a big word, but the meaning is simple. Overthinking just means thinking too much about small things.
Exactly. It is when you worry about a problem and your brain won't stop spinning.
It feels like your mind is running a marathon, but you are standing still. It can be very tiring.
I think many of our listeners know that feeling. I certainly do. But don't worry, this is a safe place.
Yes, today we want to help you calm down and clear your mind.
So, take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's look at why this happens. So, Ethan, describe that feeling inside your head. When you were worrying about your introduction, what did it feel like?
Well, imagine a small furry animal. Ella, have you ever seen a hamster on a wheel?
Yes, of course. They run very fast, round and round, but they stay in the same place.
Exactly. That is how my brain feels. My thoughts are running fast, but I am not going anywhere.
That is a great picture. It is like a loop. The same thought plays over and over again.
It really is. It is like a song you do not like, but you cannot stop singing it. It just repeats.
I hate when that happens. When I overthink, I often feel frozen. I feel stuck, like I cannot move forward.
Yes, you are afraid to make a mistake. So instead of acting, you just stand there.
And while we are standing there, we waste time. We lose minutes or even hours just thinking about one simple thing.
And we waste energy too. Worrying burns a lot of energy. It makes you feel tired, even if you did not do any physical work.
That is very true. Worry is heavy. It takes a lot from us.
It is good to remember that we are not machines. This is a very natural human problem.
You are right. But we do not have to stay on the wheel forever. Let's see if we can find a way to step off. So let's look at a real-life example of this hamster wheel. Ethan, when does this happen to you the most?
For me, the biggest problem is communication. Specifically, sending a work email.
Oh, I think many of our listeners can relate to that. Writing emails can be scary.
It really is. Just yesterday, I had to write a very simple email to my boss. It was only 2 sentences long.
2 sentences? That sounds very quick and easy.
It should be easy, but I felt so much anxiety. I did not spend 1 minute writing it. I spent 20 minutes looking at it.
Wow, 20 minutes for 2 sentences. What were you looking for?
Everything. First, I was looking for a typo. I was terrified of making a spelling mistake.
I understand. We all want to be perfect. So you double-check every word.
Exactly. I check the spelling, and I check the grammar. But then, I start worrying about the feeling of the message.
You mean the tone? Like if you sound happy or serious?
Yes. I ask myself, is this too informal? Does this sound rude? I want to be polite, but not weak.
That is a very common fear, especially when English is not your first language. You worry that you are not being polite enough.
Exactly. And because of that fear, I cannot finish the task. My finger waits over the button. It is so hard to just hit send.
It feels like a permanent decision, doesn't it? Once you send it, you cannot take it back.
That is the scary part. And honestly, Ella, I do this with my friends too. even with a simple text message.
Really? Even a text to a friend?
Yes, I write the message, then I delete it. Then I write it again. I worry that my friends will misunderstand me.
It is funny when we talk about it now. We worry so much, but usually the other person reads the message in 1 second.
You are right. They probably do not even notice a small mistake. We are the only ones worrying.
We are definitely our own worst critics. So we know what we are doing wrong. Now we need to fix it.
Yes, we need to learn how to let go of that fear.
I think there is a special rule we can use to help us be brave. But before we learn that rule, let's talk about one more situation. It happens to me not online, but in real life. Specifically, at a coffee shop.
Oh, ordering coffee. That sounds simple enough.
You would think so, but imagine this. I am standing there looking up at the big menu. There are so many choices.
Ah, I see. You have to make a quick decision, or the people behind you will get annoyed.
Exactly. I feel the pressure of the queue. I know people are waiting and I don't want to be slow.
The line gets longer and longer, and you start to sweat?
Yes! So, I try to be prepared. While I am waiting, I practice my order in my head. I say to myself, large latte with oat milk. Large latte with oat milk.
That is a good strategy. You are rehearsing your lines like an actor.
It works until I reach the front. The barista looks at me and says, "Can I help you?" And suddenly, panic.
Your mind goes blank?
Completely blank. I forget everything. I get so nervous that I just order a black coffee because it is easy to say.
Even though you wanted a latte?
Yes, I am just so afraid of holding up the customer behind me. I create so much stress for myself over a drink.
Listen, Ella. I think the barista does not mind if you take 5 extra seconds. They are paid to be there.
Logically, I know that. But in the moment, I feel like everyone is watching me.
It is that fear of being a problem for others. But really, nobody is analyzing you that closely.
You are right. We treat these small moments like big emergencies. We really need a tool to stop this feeling before it starts. So here is the secret tool to help us. We need to stop looking for perfection.
Ah, perfectionism. That is a big word. It means wanting everything to be completely without mistakes.
Yes, we often think that if something is not 100% perfect, it is bad. But being perfect is usually impossible.
It really is. Nobody is perfect. And trying to be perfect creates so much unnecessary stress.
So what should we do instead? How do we stop this habit?
There is a famous saying in English that I love. Done is better than perfect.
Done is better than perfect. That is catchy. Can you explain it a bit more?
Sure, it means finishing a task is the most important thing. For example, imagine you are writing an email.
Okay, I am writing it, but I am worried about a small grammar rule.
Exactly. You pause and worry. But the rule says, if the message is clear, just send it. It is good enough.
Good enough. That sounds very relaxing. It feels like taking a heavy bag off my shoulders.
It is freedom, Ella. When you accept that making mistakes is part of life, you stop overthinking.
This is very important for our listeners too, especially when learning English.
Oh, absolutely. If you wait until your grammar is perfect to speak, you will stay silent forever.
You are right. Speaking with mistakes is much better than not speaking at all.
Just aim for good enough. That is real success.
I think I can try that. But Ethan, what happens when the overthinking isn't about a specific task? What if it is just a vague feeling of worry about the future?
That is a tricky feeling, Ella. When we worry about the future, our brains get stuck in a loop. We freeze.
Exactly. We freeze. So to break that ice, I use a very practical trick. It is called the 5-second rule.
Ah, the 5-second rule. That is a classic technique. How do you use it?
It is very simple. When I know I need to do something, but I feel hesitation, I count down.
You mean like a rocket launching into space?
Yes! I count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, I move. I take action.
I love that. Counting backwards interrupts your brain. It stops you from making excuses.
Exactly. If I wait, my brain starts saying, I am tired, or I will do it later. But the countdown stops the thinking.
It forces you to start doing. Let's practice it right now.
Okay, imagine you are in a warm, comfortable bed. The alarm rings. You do not want to get up.
That is the hardest moment of the day. I always want 5 more minutes.
Okay, Ethan, don't think, just count with me. Ready?
Ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up.
Wow, saying it out loud actually gives you energy.
It really does. You can use this for anything, even choosing a movie on Netflix.
Oh, I need that. I spend 20 minutes just looking at the menu. I overthink my choice every time.
Next time, find one movie that looks okay. Then count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press play.
It sounds so simple, but it stops the brain from looking for the perfect choice.
Yes, it builds a habit of action. You stop worrying and you start living.
And usually, the action is much easier than the fear we felt before it.
That is so true. Once we start moving, everything feels a little lighter. Now, let's wrap everything up.
So, the 5-second rule helps us move forward. But what happens when we look backward?
Oh, you mean when we analyze things that already happened?
Exactly. Often, we replay the past in our heads, usually at night.
I do that all the time. I lie in bed trying to sleep, but my brain is wide awake.
And you are worrying about something said earlier that day?
Yes! I think, why did I say that? It was so stupid. I feel my face getting hot.
That feeling has a name. It is called post-conversation regret.
That sounds very formal, but the feeling is terrible. It feels embarrassing.
It feels heavy. But Ella, I have a question. Do you remember what shirt I wore 3 days ago?
No. I have no memory of that.
Exactly. We think everyone is watching us closely. This is called the spotlight effect.
Like a spotlight on a stage? Like I am the star of the show?
Yes. You think a bright light is on you, showing every mistake. But it is not true.
So people aren't judging me?
No. Usually, other people are worrying about themselves. They are not thinking about you.
That is actually very comforting. So the regret I feel is unnecessary?
Completely. You might remember a mistake for years, but everyone else forgets it in 5 minutes.
So we can relax. We don't need to be perfect.
Right. We just need to be human.
That takes a lot of pressure off. Let's take a deep breath and move to our final thought. It really helps to know that nobody is judging us. It makes me feel much lighter.
I am glad to hear that. Before we finish, let's do a quick summary of what we learned today.
Yes, first we talked about perfectionism. We learned that we should not try to be perfect.
Right. Instead, use the good enough rule. Aim for 70%. Finished is better than perfect.
I love that one. And second, when we feel afraid to start, we use the 5-second rule.
Count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then, move your body and take action.
It sounds so simple, but it really works to stop the overthinking.
Definitely. And my final advice is simply to be kind to yourself.
That is so important. We are often too hard on ourselves.
We are. Remember, you are doing a great job just by trying.
Thank you, Ethan. That is a wonderful way to end.
It was a pleasure, Ella. Thanks for listening, everyone.
We hope you feel ready to face the day. See you in the next episode of English Daily Podcast.
Goodbye.